We're going to talk Detroit Lions. Stick is here in spirit as well. Stick, since we're talking Lions, he got skied up. He's ready to go, Stick. It works for you.
He looks like the guy from Fat Albert.
He looks like a Pac-Man ghost. Yeah. Miss Pac-Man.
That is beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? We got Big Mike Gentry and Spencer Raxer. We're doing all right. We will get through it here today. Mike Bell, just some reaction to what we're talking about. We have a ton of work to do this offseason to keep core pieces. We can't be trading for players who want a bag before taking care of the rookies that we have. And Mike, don't get it twisted. I think Brad Holmes showed us a preview of that with the way he handled free agency this year. What was the overriding theme? Short deals, limited deals, not a lot of term, smaller money moves. So I think he's showing you that right now with the way that he handles things. And I'm starting to get a suspicion too. Spencer, since you're here.
Yes.
The golf extension crowd seems to be getting louder and louder.
They are. I'm getting a lot of tags on Instagram. I'm getting a lot of tags on Instagram and Twitter.
Let me run this by you real quick before we get into this Lions stat.
Okay.
Again, this is just me spitballing. I don't have any inside knowledge, just something I'm thinking about. I think that Holmes, with what he did in free agency, short-term, limited dollars, here's what I think. I think they're going to get Goff done soon. Not like soon, like next week or the end of the season, but before the next football year. I think they'll get him done, and I think they're going to front-load a lot of the bonus because they got a ton of cap space next year.
Yeah.
I think that they'll shoulder a lot of the heavy lifting up front because they're going to capitalize. This next year is pretty much the last year of the rookie contract freedom hill that they have. Mm-hmm. Guys are going to start coming due after that. What if I'm not going to get caught up haggling for money. I'm not going to say, 52 versus 44. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
We get it. If it's going to get done, it's going to be pretty significant coin.
Yes.
Fair?
Yes.
We're on common ground.
That is fair.
I think they're going to do it. They're going to front load it, take a chunk out of the heavy lifting, and then just kind of keep it pushing.
Do you think it's going to be like a Daniel Jones / Geno Smith contract where it's like 2-3 years? Or is it something where they're going to lock him in for...
Well, Goff's still, 27? He'll be 27, right?
Yeah.
At the time of this
so,
proposed deal would
I think
get done?
28. Maybe.
28 maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Upper 20s. See, I don't know. That depends. Like, what do you think?
Again, everybody knows how I feel about this. If it gets done, I'd like to see the Geno Smith-esque, 2-year extension.
See, I don't think Goff is doing that, though, because there's a higher ceiling.
Yeah. He does hold a lot of cards.
You see?
Yeah. I'm going to have to be happy about it.
But this is your seat in the game right now.
See?
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Would have been a lot cheaper last year.
Yeah.
Lot cheaper. But people said, I want to show it. Okay, he showed you.
He showed you.
And he's showing you.
He is.
So, that's just the way that it is.
That's just the way it is.
Aaron Stoner, Neil, what are your thoughts on making a move for Patrick Surtain considering our dwindling defensive back depth and Mosley going down? Cost of acquisition. That's what I'm into. Guys, here's my blanket statement, all right? The biggest weapon that this team has right now is not Jared Goff. It's not Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's not Aiden Hutchinson. It's Brad Holmes with a draft pick. That's the biggest weapon that this franchise has right now. I am not in the business of telling Aiden Hutchinson to not rush the quarterback. I am not in the business of telling Jared Goff to not throw the football. So why would I be in the business of taking draft picks away from Brad Holmes? Give me the why. Give me the why. Does it make sense?
No.
I'm not in that business.
What about this from Brandon Katz? The most on-point guy in the chat.
Right.
Detroit should draft a quarterback and move on from Campbell and Goff.
Can you ban him for an hour or something like that? That's a fireable offense. Ban him and Mario Cristobal from the chat.
I put him in timeout.
Put him in timeout. We can't have that. Look, hey, Cat Spot, I'm probably your biggest ally.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. You do come to the table. There are some things we vibe on. You do come to the table with some good stuff from time to time. I will not have that. That I will not have. You cannot say one of the favorites for the NFL Coach of the Year, one of the betting favorites. You cannot talk about how you need to, quote, move on from him. You cannot say that the NFL QBR leader, according to Pro Football Focus, you should move on from him, quote, when he's a $30 million guy. Make it half what Burrow and Mahomes and even Lamar Jackson. Yeah, fill in the quarterback names. You cannot say that. And he has another year making half of that. That's irresponsible and foolish.
Yeah, I gave him a little. We'll put him in timeout.
Okay, that's fair.
Gave him a dunce cap, had him sit in the corner.
As far as the Surtain question, I mean, you're talking about the number 9 overall pick in 2021. Are the Broncos in the business of moving on from guys like that?
I don't know. It's weird because he is the best part of their defense,
right?
And their defense is awful. So I don't know if you can afford to hamper that even more.
That's what I'm saying.
But they need so much that the return you'd get for Surtain, it'd give you, a first-round pick and 2 other high draft picks.
Then I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Cost of acquisition. You lose me. The biggest weapon this franchise has is Brad Holmes with a draft pick. So I'm not in the business of taking that stuff away. I got a side question for everybody real quick. Speaking of that, like this whole Brian Burns, Patrick Surtain crowd, all that. You really? And look, I'm doing this a bit tongue-in-cheek. I know it's about business. But it would kind of suck if we had the draft here and the Lions didn't have a first-round pick.
That would suck. That would suck for sure. But I just think that
it would suck.
That's where they are right now, though.
It's time to move.
It's time to move. We think they're contenders. We talk about them as Super Bowl contenders for the NFC. That's what you do in football, where you have these contracts.
No doubt. I'm not against it.
You're not paying Amon-Ra yet. You're not paying Penei Sewell yet. You're not paying Hutch yet. So you have the freedom, the ability to go get a dude, to go get a high-caliber talent to push you over the edge. Like, we saw the Rams do it. It worked out. We saw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do it. It worked out. We saw the Eagles do it. They didn't win, but they got to the Super Bowl. So we'll see. I don't know if they do it, but I think now is where you push your chips to the middle of the table. If you believe it. If you truly believe it. And Brad Holmes comes from the fuck them picks lineage, so...
He does. No, and guy, like, I'm not saying, no, I won't do a Surtain trade because I want a draft pick because the draft's in Detroit. That runs counter to everything that I'm about. I like this one too. DNCENT. Neil, I will pay for quality. Also, Neil, Max Crosby. Ew. All right, guys, can we do math real quick?
Yeah.
Crosby's on a $100 million deal, a $95 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So you choose him over Hutch?
No.
You got to pick one. I can't give you both. Penei Sewell is a franchise offensive lineman. He will be paid as such.
He's going to be making $25 million a year.
Where does it stop?
Yeah.
DNCENT? Where does it stop? Ask the Chiefs about that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the Chiefs. So do you want Crosby or Hutchinson? I'll give you one. Who do you want? Because guys, this is what's real. And maybe you don't want to hear this. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at my job. Maybe you don't want to hear this. Maybe I should just say, bring Crosby home. Put that on Instagram. 22,000 likes.
Bring him home.
Get Max Crosby now, by all means.
Yeah.
Whatever picks you got to give, go get Max Crosby now. Eastern Michigan, bring him home.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
Literally, bring him home. Maybe that would get 25,000 views. I don't know. But I live in the real world. You want Hutchinson or Crosby? Which is it? Can we pull that one? Hutchinson or Crosby? Which one you want? Because you can't have both. But I was told by other shows on this network, well, the cap's not real. Ask the Chiefs if the cap's real. Ask them, because they'll be able to tell you. So, I know. Hey, put it up there, man. Who do you want? Because you can only get one.
That's true.
And guess what? I still got 2 years of Hutch on a rookie deal. I want Hutchinson. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to fire those messages off.
Flannel says, again, the Chiefs are 4-1 and just fine. Yeah, because they have Patrick Mahomes. We don't have Patrick Mahomes.
Do the Chiefs give you the vibe?
They're not what they used to be.
Thank you.
I mean, they're still good because they have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce. but they're taking hits. Flannel acting like, oh, they're just fine after losing. Oh, I don't know, Tyreek Hill, the best receiver in the NFL.
One of the best tackles in the game.
One of the best tackles in the game.
That's the one.
Frank Clark, the leading postseason sack getter ever.
You see, the Chiefs, Chris Jones, Frank Clark.
Yeah.
Are they both there?
Yeah, and I don't know if the Chiefs needing the refs to beat a Zach Wilson-led Jets team is them being just fine. That's all I'm saying.
DNC-ENT, we can't have both. Amon-Ra St. Brown gone. Or we can have both. Amon-Ra St. Brown gone. Someone's giving him $23 million a year, and it ain't us.
I want it to be us. I'd like it to be us.
That's what I'm saying.
I want Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Just because you don't see it, he is a top 5 receiver in the National Football League. He is, guys. His numbers, his resume, where he is at his point in the career is as good as any wide receiver that's ever played the game.
Mm-hmm. He's a monster. And what he does off the field.
You don't have to wonder where Amon-Ra St. Brown is.
Yeah.
You don't know I know where he is. He's in the fucking weight room.
Yes.
His dad will beat his ass if he's not.
He's at the jugs machine.
He's doing calf raises.
Yeah, he is doing calf raises.
John St. Brown will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time Kevin Durant did a calf raise?